Hey, welcome back. WorldwideGiantGrowers.com. I'm just listening to some Willie and looking at the plants. They really grew yesterday. I went to Southern Ohio, saw Steve Conley speak, had a great time, met up with my good Ohio friends. So they might be a little peaky today. They went without lights yesterday because I didn't have my timer set. I got the timer down there now. I'm working on tweaking that, getting it set right. The little tabs are kind of tricky. When I was looking at this plant here, if this plant was outside, it's starting to grow out pretty normal. You got your leaves, your stalks. Here's your secondary, your male flower. Here's the tendril. The tendril growing out here. I let the tendrils go. But that's a little pale green. It's young. It's in a cool basement. That's pretty normal stuff. But back here, what I want to show you is this vine here doing a wheelie. This vine here is coming off of here straight like that, like up in the air, all right? And it's down by your stump. This vine's going to cause stress on your main vine. Could cause a split. So what I would do, I don't like cutting plants a lot because I think every time you make a cut, you're opening to disease. But you have to do some pruning. This vine's going to cause major stress on the main vine, so I'm just going to go ahead and cut it off now and get rid of it. I would especially do that outside. Now it should heal over just fine. If you want, you could put a little sulfur or something on here, but it'll dry up and heal just fine. Shouldn't be a big deal. Usually around here now, these cots are pretty much done. You could peel them off of there. I'll leave them on. No, for now, I usually leave them on until they dry up, and then I pinch them off. But you kind of want to keep your stump from getting real, just stuff growing off it everywhere. You want to just pretty much train it. Here comes your first secondary is going to come off. They should have one coming off of here. The first straight vine that's not putting pressure like that one I just cut off on. And let it grow out just at 90 degrees. Grow out this way. And as you go down, here, this one here, it's secondary. It's taken off. It goes out 90 degrees. Back here, we got one that's coming off. Every leaf will send out a secondary. Here's so on and so on. And you're just going to let them grow opposite of the main vine. Your walk plank, at this point, you'll establish a walk plank over here, an elevated walk plank, if you prefer, and run it out this way. So these secondary vines can grow under the plank, not on top of the plank. Anyways, we're going to do that. For now, that's probably enough information. I just made up a little bit of Mark's Special Tea, and I put just a pinch of root keeper in there. That'll put some Bacillus, mycorrhiza, trichoderma, mainly for the Bacillus. Some people spray Bacillus under another product name, I won't mention names, on their plants, on the leaves, as a fungicide. Well, the root keeper, you can basically spray foliar feed and spray anything you want in small amounts. You want to do a little pinch. Let's say you're mixing up the Mark's Special Tea with a tablespoon of Mark's Special Tea, and you want to put an 1/8 of a teaspoon of pumpkin power. If you're looking for potassium and phosphorus foliar feeding for a foliar, just an 1/8 of a teaspoon. Don't be a moron. You're going to burn your stuff, and don't spray your plants at in the heat of the day. Don't spray them at the heat of the day. You want to spray them like at 8 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock in the evening. Try to do it before early enough in the evening that the leaves can dry out before dark. You don't want your leaves sitting all night wet. But this plant hasn't been sprayed in quite a while. I'm going to start spraying it, and I'll lift the leaves and spray under the leaves. You want to get the bottom of the leaves. But yeah, foliar feeding is a great way to go. You can really keep them healthy and rocking. And I think this year I'm really going to focus myself on pushing the plants early on to get that biggest ultimate plant that you can. But yeah, there's your Bacillus right there. It's in your root keeper. You can spray that on your leaves in small amounts. Don't get crazy. Alright? Alright, I hope this information helps. If you got any questions, ask. We'll talk to you soon, man. Keep them growing.